So this question is, what obstacles did you face during the overnight event, and how did you overcome them? The biggest obstacle was definitely time. Not necessarily the time of day, because it being an overnight event, that's generally my productive peak, so I felt pretty good about that. The biggest obstacle was only having the 12-hour constraint on top of going in, finding a space, getting settled, getting into the zone, getting everything set up just how I need it to be productive. I didn't think about all that sort of stuff going into it, so I didn't have like a plan in mind of what I was going to do once I got there. It was just in the moment, it's like, okay, I need to find somewhere. And another obstacle was that I am social when I write. I like to be able to bounce ideas off of other people, and it works to an extent unless you sit in a room with a bunch of your friends and then you're all sitting there getting lost on different spirals and going down different tracks and trails, and they're feeding off of each other, but it's also helping keep you distracted. But I think that was also a way to combat the time constraint in a sense too, because everybody was in it together. And it was always funny because we would be in the room, we were all sitting around a table, and we would jump into different conversations at different points of the night, and you would see people sort of like zone in and then zone out at different parts of the conversation. So, like, it was funny how one common conversation would result in so many different tangents that sparked ideas in everybody's writing. And it might have had nothing to do with what they were actually writing about, but it was just keying into those different ideas. So that was both a weakness and a strength, I guess, of participating in the event and as far as limitations go. And then other ways to combat that would be any kind of technique that I had for writing, if that was getting up and moving around, if that was maybe moving from paper to whiteboard space, if that was being more or less mobile with the writing process, if that was, taking a walk, getting a snack or drinking some water, and then walking away and coming back to it, kind of implementing every trick that I've ever tried on an accelerated pace, but I think it all ended up working out in the end.